the more homosexual we're gonna have in the future. It's never gonna stop.
Can I answer those questions?
I was like, it's not even something that started in the last 50 years. It's been forever.
Okay, first off, the problem taking a picture with Lady Maga, that is a 6'3" grown man in a dress. He need to be playing basketball or hooping, going to pigskin or something. He needs to be in some sport. But unfortunately, he wants to dress up like a woman. And he told me in real life that he don't even like dressing up like a woman. So, yes, in real life he said that. Yeah, facts. So, and I got witnesses, of course, and he has to admit it. But, so obviously it's degenerate, and I want to take a picture with this person because you're promoting degeneracy. So that's obviously. Your second question is all gay people, because everybody's gay, trans, all y'all gay in some kind of way. If all y'all disappeared, guess what? We wouldn't have no people boycotting Chick-fil-A. We wouldn't have nobody saying we need gay representation in TV shows. And then the rest of Gen Z will be gay. And then, hey,
you do realize that most of the people who are actually screaming and crying about representation on TV are actually like straight liberals. You do realize that, right? Because I know so many people who are actually like very quiet. Yeah, there is 2 or 3, but the straight liberals are the ones that are always doing the most. Every single time I see one of these white chicks like with yellow hair or whatever, they're straight, and they're all like pro LGBT and pro pronouns and 100,000 pronouns. Like whatever you're saying right now, you just put it on a group of people, but it doesn't even make sense. Maybe your experiences are different from mine, but I'm really not interested.
Oh shit.
The biggest problem with degeneracy is that, especially with men in particular, our greatest desire is sexual desire, and so
why?
basically manifests in every aspect of your life. So if you can't control your sexuality, then you're not going to be able to have discipline in all other regards. And so I think that the people who are sexually deviant are basically sexually narcissistic in that they believe that they have to, like we were talking about, be represented in all aspects of things because they derive their identity from their sexuality, especially given the fact that we've lost all national identity, all identity with God, etc. And so as a country right now, as a civilization, for the first time in recorded history, our life expectancy is actually decreasing because people are committing suicide, they're overdosing on drugs, everybody's depressed. Middle-aged white women in particular, I'm looking at you, and we think that we're somehow making progress because we can go kill brown children in the Middle East so that we can teach like their sisters about gender theory or something. We basically have elevated sexual deviancy to the altar of eternal and universal progress, whereas everything else, I mean, everybody's fat now and out of shape, but we tell ourselves
yay, fat and out of shape.
People can walk in a parade waving colored flags, that this is like the measure and metric of progress as a society, which isn't true. And even with degeneration, for example, degenerating from our roots as, you know, a Christian nation, that would, like, by definition be what these types of acts would be. So, Tiffany.
Yeah, first I want to respond to Brian Gray, then I want to actually answer an initial question you made. First off, Brian, if homosexuality wasn't natural, then homosexuals wouldn't exist. People don't choose to be gay. The reason people rallied against Chick-fil-A is because they actively donated to anti-LGBT organizations that advocated to make our life harder. Also, John, my identity as a person doesn't hinge on my sexuality, and
I wasn't speaking to you specifically.
No, I know. I'm just like you were saying. I thought you were being broad, which would I thought include me as a human being. But yeah, a lot of people's identity doesn't sexual identity doesn't hit like. You made me mess up. All right.
Many such cases.
Yes. Also,
what the fuck?
Plenty of LGBT people are disciplined, and they don't have to get control of their sexuality. I can hold a job, and I can do my taxes. I can raise a family, and I have no issues with that. That's like real discipline if you do it well. Not.
Are you asking or are you telling us?
Sex with other women.
Oh,
so can I answer the question
basic speech. I can see it developing in front of us. We used to do the Valley Girl accent and the Surfer Dude accent as a joke.
Gay, a positive or negative in American society is insanely. You could swap out gay literally any descriptor of an American, such as Jews. Are they a net positive society? Or black people, are they a net positive society? This is the kind of
I meant more the movement, sexual liberation movement, not homosexual people or innately, just like this movement and this push to further and further fight for So I'm talking about the
phrase it sounds like something I'd see on polls.
No, I said that the LGBTQ community, meaning I said their prevalence in the social conversation and their influence in it, meaning as this has progressed and they've gained more and more momentum, has that been a net positive effect on society or a net negative? Not, is a gay person life valuable or not valuable?
Because the initial question made it sound like people assume that lives are valued inherently less in society depending on who they are. There's actually a bunch of bipartisan research on this topic, as well as obvious benefits with studies on needed. Americans are becoming more accepting of LGBT people. Back in 2006, only 51% of Americans thought homosexuals should be accepted, but as of 2016, that number has increased to 63%. I haven't found any data more relevant than 2016, but that's fairly recent, and still rising. This could be due to the fact that LGBT people have been granted more exposure over the past decade, as well as the number of people who identify as LGBT increases. There are more LGBT people coming out now than ever before. Studies show that there's no scientific evidence that I can talk, I promise. Study shows there's no scientific evidence that parenting effectiveness is related to parental sexual orientation, meaning that same-sex couples are just as likely to provide supportive and healthy environments for children as LGBT people are. In fact, the only negative to LGBT people in the workplace I can think of is the fact that they face more discrimination and aggression from other coworkers. 70% of LGBT people passed over for a job due to their sexual orientation or gender identity. 10 to 20% receive a negative performance evaluation or passed over for a promotion because they were gay or trans. And 41% of transgender workers were verbally or physically abused. Seems to me like LGBT people just want to live their lives and be productive members of society. Only the ignorant and bigoted are trying to make their lives a lot harder. Yeah, and speak of the devil, Bryson.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we actually agree. I think since the early 1990s, the public perception of same-sex marriage, which is what we use for this example, has like literally inverted, so that the amount of people who used to be against it are now in support of it and vice versa. And oftentimes with these social movements, we tend to think of it in terms of like, oh, we just know better than the people 30 years ago did. But that's not actually true. It's actually the result of calculated political movements and funding and resources being allocated properly, etc. There were strategy guides literally written. I think the most common would be How America Will Conquer Its Fear and Hatred of Gays in the 1990s. Was written as a strategy book for how we're going to get America to accept LGBT people. Well, actually at the time it was just gay people. And one of the ideas was that we need to frame it as love is just love. It's just the same as a man and a woman wanting to get married. And it's just like they're victims. We need to feel bad for them. These were all political strategies so that America would eventually come to terms with this and so that they could feel accepted in society. And so I don't think that it's a matter of us all of a sudden just being like, oh, wait a minute. No, this is like fine. It's actually just like a calculated movement. Basically, different apparatuses coming together to push this agenda.
Oh, Jesus.
And,
what's the agenda? Having gay people live happy lives?
I mean, it depends on how you define happy, but it's not about that.
I mean, they live their life without being discriminated against and have to
But that doesn't actually make them happy. I mean, they're still disproportionately manifesting mental illness, disproportionately committing suicide. There's no evidence to suggest that this is
reasons
because...
for that, and a lot of those reasons come from outside sources, not internal. Not just
oh, it's not our fault.
Because other people treat them like
okay, it's not your fault.
It's not because
all right,
they're
next.
Gay. It's not like a shame thing. It's because they have adjacent mental illnesses that could also be contributing into that. Who is like when?
We just had Bryson attack.
Yeah, Bryson attack. Yeah.
Bryson is one person though. There's no like societal discrimination against gay people.
Wait. Y'all brought up my name. First off, can we stop this cap? Like, first off, I said why more people are gay now, and then she disagreed, and she literally just proved it in the last thing, in the last little speech she just gave. She literally proved my point. She said more people coming out as gay because there's more gay representation. We proved my point from earlier.
True.
But
no, it's because they're less afraid to come out.
That's not true, because if you look at the data from Pew Research, for example, as far as when people are coming out at what year, if that were true that all of a sudden people are more accepting so they feel comfortable to come out, you would expect the age at which people are coming out to be about the same as far as the trend going upward. But that's not what you see. You see people who are like older and people who are middle-aged. It's about the same as how many of them are identifying as gay, but for some reason it's the younger people who I think it's now 1 in 6 are identifying as LGBT+. And the reason for that, and you said this earlier too, you said something to the effect of if gay people weren't natural, then there wouldn't be gay people. And you've actually sort of proved our point in that, because it's true that there is no, natural reason that, gay people would reproduce, because, they're not attracted to that. They would be creating children. And science has tried to...
I don't know. I know way too many lesbians that have children.
Gay gene. They found some, minuscule correlations with different things. But
don't know how that happens.
What the reason is, as far as, why this manifests in people, a lot of it comes down to prenatal hormone exposure, But ultimately, it's basically that it won't manifest without some sort of environmental influence, whether that's trauma, whether that's other mental illnesses leading people down this path. And so what's happened is society has continued to push these narratives. People have decided that, okay, maybe especially children, that they're confused about things, they're depressed, and they seek identity in these different movements and social trends. Pornography, for example, is something that leads into this quite often, and it can literally warp people's sexualities into like this permanent state of being sexually deviant.
Okay, I'm taking over from here, and I want to go to JC on this. That's what we're talking about. I wanted to bring up the idea of pornography, because pornography is a huge part of the social and sexual liberation movement. Do you feel like pornography has been a key influence in pushing this sexual liberation movement? And do you feel like porn has been a net positive or a net negative on the youth in our country? And we'll go to JC.
Before I answer your question, there is 3 people here. Who's the third guy who's talking and I can see him? I can't even see his name. The guy that we're just talking right now.
Conservative B-boy John Doyle.
Oh, okay. So, because I can see you here, so I can even refer to you because okay, so, I believe that all extremes are bad. Like extremes, so like right now we have like gray, completely lost in a completely conservative, religious, far right, and I also think that a completely far leftist ideology with all these trans issues and gay issues, whatever, is mostly about like being trendy and stuff like that. I do think that right now things are taken a little bit out of context, and we see a lot of young people right now coming out as trans, and it's probably like the new emo. You know what I'm saying? I don't really believe that everyone coming out right now as trans and gay and different sexualities or whatever are 100% real. I think it's just becoming way too trendy because it's what I'm seeing. But at the same time, I see some of the people, like for instance, these people here talking, saying that if homosexuality this, if homosexuality that. Do you really think I picked to be a homosexual and have all this freaking drama in my life and like family drama, because I come from a very religious family too, and friends drama and all like that, because I was just bored at home and I decided one day, okay, I'm gonna be a homosexual. Woo! Let me get into all this dramatic and miserable life. No, it wasn't like that. I've always been this way. I can change who I am. I'm not gonna change who I am just because some guy here is saying that this is something I picked. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do the best that we can. We have bad people in our community. We have good people in our community. We have sluts in our community. We have people in our community who are really good big winners, who have families, who are created empires. You know what I'm saying?
What really big
so
wieners?
What? That, like I said, I have a very like a very centralistic opinion when it comes to that, and I'm attacked all the time. I'm attacked by the right, I'm attacked by the left, I'm attacked by huge leftist organizations, like, you know, because not everyone can just come to the conclusion that probably maybe we just want to be left alone, and we just want to be like everyone else. We don't
let Bryson jump in here real fast.
Because I wanted to respond to
let me respond real quick, because first off, it's funny how you can say Bryson is far right, but y'all, by y'all words, are proving everything I've said. I'm just one of the few people not afraid to say it bluntly. But can we stop this lie? Like gay people are some oppressed group, and they don't control everything. That is cap. Let's talk about.
I didn't say I was oppressed.
Oh yeah, I didn't say.
We really needed that rain, didn't we?
You talk about some like miserable life. Let's talk about family. Let's start with social media. Are you more likely to get banned for calling Jesus gay? Or am I more likely to get banned for misgendering somebody? Or saying homosexuality is a sin?
I don't think anyone should get banned. Even if you say something really offensive that really offend me, I feel like you have the right to say it.
I didn't ask you what you think should happen. I'm asking you what is more likely to happen. Because it has happened in real life.
So you believe in gay privilege?
No,
there's obvious gay privilege. They can say whatever they want on the internet. But as soon as a straight Christian male says something against homosexuality, something against transgenderism, something about genders, then they can get banned.
Oh, what the ass?
It's a fact. It's happened to many people. But many people, it happened to me.
Yeah, but I'll go into that in a minute. Keep going.
But what I can say for a fact is I've watched people call Jesus gay, Jesus racist, which should be considered offensive to, I don't know, Christians, but nobody cares. You don't get banned for that. And then when you go out, like when you look at the radio station, the Christian radio station said they would not play my song unless I took. This is a Christian radio station. They would not play my song unless I took out the part about the LGBT community. But one of the biggest up and coming Christian artists is some homosexual, and they get on the radio all the time.
Who's that?
Maybe that you're upset about that?
Maybe that the radio can play your songs because they are like actually like showing hate and prejudice and stuff like that.
The Bible barely says gay people. Bro, the Bible says gay people should be put to death. That's what the Bible says.
The Bible says so much stuff. The Bible says that about gluttony, about people
All right.
so much stuff.
All right, guys, try not to talk over each other, please.
Talking about
Elijah.
Yes, Tiffany.
Well, nobody here understands how to debate.
All right, Brett,
It's
so we're
fine.
gonna call you just for a second. Cut you off there for a second because Tiffany was trying to respond to you and John. We're gonna bring Tiffany in. We're ending this with Bryson talking about this is very strong opinions on this, and this is his faith. Let's go to Tiffany and let's hear counter.
Yeah, I just want to mention to John that I just posted a link in chat that pretty much says the exact opposite of what you were talking about, how gay and trans people choose to be that way. There are some
I didn't say they
environmental
chose to be
factors.
that way.
Okay, well then there is a natural factor to it, even if there is some.
That's the
environmental
prenatal
influence.
hormone exposure that I mentioned.
Man, you're answering those questions like friggin' damn
So
Beto did the other day.
One single time here that I'm oppressed, and Gray right here is saying right now that he's oppressed because the radio doesn't want to play his songs. So I don't.
He's right. And I think something that's important to point out with this panel that we did. He's right. He's right when he says that. And I think something that's important to point out with this panel and the other one that we did is while certain actors, whether this gentleman or Blair White, they may not personally believe that we should be deplatformed for speaking out against the agenda, for disagreeing with it, whatever. The problem is the broader coalition in which they operate, which by the way doesn't really like them because they view them as traitors. They do believe that about people like myself or people like Bryson. So that, like Bryson said, is the actuality of the situation. So while certain actors may not personally believe such.
You guys think that all of us are like that, and every time you open your mouth and every time they open his mouth, talking about the whole LGBT community in general, you should be like, no, some people, the same thing I'm telling you right now, some religious people are so accepting and so accepting, and the best people in the world. So
The problem is though,
All right, let's. Okay, all right. We're kind of talking over each other. Tiffany, I'm gonna go back to Tiffany to finish what you were saying.
I'm going to respond to Bryson in a minute, but I just want to say to John, can you link in the source about the prenatal exposure? I would like to see where you're getting your sources from. Additionally,
No,
Bryson.
I don't have anything in front. I could produce it if you want
Okay.
to message me later. But this is just sort of like reading that
okay,
I've
so you
done.
don't have any data on hand. That's
I could
good to
produce
know.
it. See, this is like sort of like, where's your data? I've done it. It's like you haven't done the homework, and it's not really like my problem.
I mean, I've done the homework. I already linked 3 different articles.
I have 3 articles. Are they articles? They're not even studies.
I
They're like
want to
articles.
know. No. Data. It's data.
Oh,
But
keep on
there are
moving that
articles,
goalpost. It's fine.
not that I care about articles. But I want you to get that to me at least some.
It might have been
also,
misspeak,
I
though.
want to say to Bryson,
It's not about gotcha.
that there
Or
are
is
people
it?
that do get banned for misgendering
Oh.
someone, but it's
Nobody
not
knows.
just misgendering. The last time I recall there was a woman who was banned for not for misgendering someone, but not just for misgendering them. I can't remember her name. I can Google it. But for specifically harassing that person for months with other people. Yeah, roll your eyes. Yeah. And she received I'm not done talking. And she received multiple warnings prior to getting banned. So you're not just getting banned willy-nilly. The problem is
Yes, you are, bro. It happened to me. What are you
Wait.
talking
Let me jump in here real fast, Tiffany, and say just an example. I know you have your examples too, but a popular Christian conservative group called Focus on the Family, I believe that's what it was banned off of Twitter for misgendering, I believe, the new assistant health secretary, which it was a biological man that is claiming to now be a woman and is obese. And is now in charge of health policy. And I know that they talked about this was a man. Well, what I'm saying is I think this is what they said. I'm saying, like, I think they said what I said on a tweet. I don't remember it exactly. They said something similar to that. And then that got them removed.
Actual details to me to decipher if it was just like misgendering them, which is actually a move. It's pretty much like if I called Bryson the N-word. That's how bad it is for us. So
The plight of the transgender
You
is
wouldn't
not
know
comparable to the plight of
because
the
you haven't
African
lived that
American.
experience.
I
So
wasn't comparing them. I was saying that.
You said
yeah,
it's like the
exactly what you did.
No, I almost like it's similar if you call a trans person tranny or
My soul, God soldier.
a man.
has been based on-
Misgendering is
It's actually not.
deserving of a slap. Yes, it is.
No, I got
No,
a
it is.
point.
It is. If you go over to a trans person and you misgender them, expect some wrath.
What about on
because they
accident?
Low impulse control, many such cases.
On accident, it depends. Not every. If it's a trans woman that doesn't pass, because unfortunately not every trans woman passes, then maybe. But if it's like a trans woman that passes, like 99, 100%, you can't tell, except someone told you they were trans and you still call them me, yeah, then you deserve to get your nuts kicked into your throat. That makes sense.
DP just proved my point. Okay, case closed. They prove my point every time. Everything I've said tonight has been true by the people.
Can I just ask you, wait, real fast? I want to, Tiffany, do you think, just to clarify, and this is an honest question, and I have no, like, I'm not being maniacal in any way. When we bring up this image here of the Assistant Health Secretary, Rachel Levine, do you feel like this would be considered female passing or not?
I already know. I don't even have to look at the photo. No, and it wouldn't be not women, trans or cis, are all built differently. There are some ugly trans women. There are some attractive trans women. Same with cis women. We all come in different shapes and sizes. Not every trans woman was lucky enough to either stop hormones young or to get the surgeries, or sometimes it's just really bad genetics. You're like 7 feet tall, or you have really broad shoulders or something like that, or big feet.
And then?
Sometimes you just get. But you have to work with what you have.
I think 5 seconds on this really quick before this conversation keeps getting like this deep. So, in my opinion, I'm not the kind of guy who actually loves, I don't know, judging people by their looks or whatever. I feel like if they're gonna pick like a Secretary of Health or whatever they're gonna pick, I don't believe in the pandering thing. I don't believe it has to be a woman, trans, a black person. I believe they have to pick someone who's actually capable and has all the knowledge and the correct fit for that position. So in this aspect right here, because you guys are just like going in a deep looks hole, I just believe that whoever should be in a position in the government or any position in general, it should be because what they're capable of and not really
Capable. I like it. Capable.
or anything like that.
Dig
So
it,
you see,
baby.
right here we all have like different views, and I don't think it's just okay to be talking about this Levine, whatever her name is, because I don't really know what her qualities are, or like if she's really. I mean, she hasn't. She was just accepted, I believe, less than a week ago. The Senate confirmed that. So I think we should be focusing on what people are capable of for the position they are they're about to start, or no looks. I don't think talking about looks is a good look for us.
I have a question about
there was just a study in 2019 that showed that children raised by same-sex couples do better in school. So that's you, Bryson. Enjoy that.
I have a question about trans people.
You go ahead. What's your question?
I'm curious because you mentioned that there are cis women and there are trans women, and so how would you define a woman if not by biology? Like, what does it mean to be a woman? Assuming that to be something requires that you cannot be other things, how would you define like a woman?
I mean, you mean like, do you want like genetic reasons, or because
Like, what is a woman? How would you define that?
Well, if I want to define that, like just personally, or I can go into details. A
Keep-
woman
keep
is
brief.
anyone who identifies as a woman.
So if I identify as a woman, I could be a woman.
I can intrinsically know that. No one can possibly know, but if you were actually deep down trans and you wanted a transition, then yes, you would be. But
Okay.
yeah. But here's the thing: there is actually some science on this. Trans women's brains, and there are numerous studies on this, resemble that of cis women's brains, and vice versa.
Because of neuroplasticity.
No, it's
That research has actually been called into question. Yeah, because of neuroplasticity.
Trans women that like other women. It's not like.
No, your brain is actually incredibly plastic, which is partially, well, actually, by majority, probably why pornography is so harmful.
Oh, do you have a source for that one too, or you
No,
just,
because I'm in a chair, but I've done the
okay,
reading.
I'm in a chair too,
I'm in
and
front of a
I
computer.
link sources.
Right.
We keep talking like trans exists, and that part is sort of like.
You know what? I have the data. You want me to find my data that's scientific about trans women's brains resembling that of cis women's?
Right, because of neuroplasticity.
You know that's a biological component, right?
So is neuroplasticity.
But gender's a
If you
social
live-
construct,
if you
so
live
we're
your
all
life
identical.
as a
Duh.
woman, if you are biologically a man,
Everybody knows
eventually your
that.
brain will start to,
It was
like,
written by
manifest
some
that
guy.
and will look similar. That's
Or
why.
girl.
It's not because of some genetic component in
No,
the
it's
Penis.
not just. It wasn't just with older people.
I'm not talking about older people. I'm talking like this is why that happens, and if you do the reading, like that's what it will reflect ultimately. Which is why that research, by the way, isn't even like in the pamphlets, for example, that are released by like HRC, like these different ACLU, even like they even acknowledge that the research for that is like flawed because of the effects of neuroplasticity. So I don't think that like an incredible institution is even backing that.
So let me
I mean, there are a lot of critical institutions.
Actually, one more question on trans people. So if, like what you mentioned, someone who feels intrinsically that they are a woman, if maybe biologically they're male, they feel intrinsically that they are a woman, why then do they have to take hormones if they are a woman already? Like, why would they need to have that non-biological component?
Not all trans people do. There are not trans women. There are trans women that do not suffer from dysphoria. But to be fair, it's like if you're trans, for the most trans people, I would say, you're pretty much screwed. Your mind and body don't connect, and it's impossible to swap your brain out to put it in another body. It'd be so much easier if you take my brain out, put it in a cis woman's, boom, easy. But
can I go in there with us, Bryson? You're really giving a lot of facial expressions. In 60 seconds, I mean, what are your thoughts on transgender women or transgenderism?
Bro, this conversation just almost drove me crazy. It's based on the premise that you can be transgender. That's not a thing. It's created where you can be that.
base your life on a fairy tale.
No, this is nature. You can't transition to another gender, which is why if you feel like a woman, you still can't go get pregnant. Which is why when you feel like a woman, you still have to go get surgery, or you still have to go take pills, you still have to go do that, or you can't perform in women's sports because you're not a woman. Why we keep acting like these things exist? And this is the problem I have. When we start giving them the air that it even exists, then people like Tiffany Starr think they have data and science. All the science is based on nothing because you can't transition into another gender. Gender, the original definition was literally based on sex. Then they changed it to appeal to homos. Bro,
Yeah, we
you're
change
just
words
gay.
all the time.
Right, but the original meaning has to be preserved because concepts exist. It actually does.
Why does it have to be preserved?
Because that's how things work. Like,
Additionally, I just put in what you said, John, and there's no data on what you were talking about.
Dater. Oh, dater.
Yeah,
would you use Google? I'll send you everything later.
Wait,
But
is it not on Google? Where did you find it? Was it like a
I read books mainly.
Oh, really? Books by who? Can you give me the author? I want to look them up.
I think Ryan T. Anderson, his book actually just got banned off Amazon because it was
Really?
contrary. Yeah, no, he had a really good book. You know, the bibliography had like several hundred
Alright, so you're
sources.
getting your data from books from people who are getting their stuff banned. I'm not sure that it's entirely reputable.
That's a fallacy.
I have a question for John and Gray.
Go ahead, JC.
So, do you guys think that maybe because of your position right now, so against LGBT and against trans people in general, and is so strong and be so verbal and vocal about it, is the reasons why you guys are throwing some of these people in this group so far left that they are like coming out with like all this like crazy stuff on one of the genders and doing the most because you guys actually like put so much pressure and so much, I wouldn't say pressure, most like these big ideas out there that no, you cannot be trans, or you can, I don't know, like dress up as a woman, or you can identify as this and that, because it doesn't go, because it goes against my beliefs. Do you guys think that because of your strong opinions and so sometimes a little bit like it could be rude too, is why some people actually take those stances on like going all the way? Because I don't consider myself one of those. I do not think there is 100 genders out there. I do think that probably Tiffany is way too on the left for me. Like, no, do you guys
No,
think that there is?
I think the opposite is true.
Just because of you.
And I don't think Bryson. I don't think Bryson or myself would be against, or speaking for myself, I guess, I don't think that we're against like homosexuals or LGBT people in general. I think the whole discussion was basically centered around their political movement, which it is. And I hope I haven't come off as rude because that wasn't my intention at all. So
No.
I don't think
No,
that's.
I was talking about YouTube, but I was referring mostly to Gray. Like I usually Gray. Like for instance, I respect you, Gray, in the sense like I know you're a conservative and I know you are deeply religious. I could see that. I never really saw you before this little debate right here. But I did see like when we started this thing, you referred to me as Pikachu and furry and one stuff, and just because I was really crazy sometimes. But some of them, and maybe, I don't know, come to some kind of agreement, like, okay, well, you have your way of saying it doesn't affect my life, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, to be fair, you are a meme, which is the only reason I know about you. You're a meme in the right-wing community, in the Pikachu suit, and I genuinely thought you were all the time. If I was wrong about that, then I was wrong.
What? Is this not Hardline? Oh, well, you know, it's the thing. It's totally Hardline. What you talking about?
At all, period. I don't like with anything, so it's not going to happen. Secondly, it's degenerate. Thirdly, I think it's mental illness, which is why they act the way they do. Not because of anything I said.
Oh, come on, admin.
Homosexuality wasn't mental illness.
Do your magic. I would explain why nobody's here.
Mental illness, but all of it is, in my opinion. And also, the thing is, when you say y'all want to live your life peacefully, that's a lot. I am in the conservative movement. I go to these events. I am personally attacked by the LGBT Trump support community all the time. They throw dirt on my name to the Trump campaign. All this is fact. The Trump campaign texted me and said, Bryson, we can't promote you if everybody's telling us you're homophobic because y'all don't let. Here's the thing. All this started because I say Bible verses on my Twitter and Brandon Stroud that all of these homos come to my page and have the audacity that their opinion matters to me, and it doesn't. So I'm outspoken about what I believe in, and then y'all don't like it. When I say y'all, I'm talking about exactly you can say y'all's and LGBT.
Oh.
And y'all don't like it.
How do some people? I understand when some people wanted to bring their, some people on the LGBT wanted to completely bring your agenda to you and try to make your life live that way. I understand you getting like that. But how does it affect you? For instance, people like me. Let's talk about let's just not talk about anyone else. Like me. Like I'm just here living my life, working. I don't consider myself a promiscuous person. Honestly I only work and work out and mind my business with my friend. How does this honestly affect your life?
I can tell you how. Because I plan to get married. I plan to have children, and I don't want my children to be easily exposed to degeneracy. And unfortunately, I'm not even saying you're a bad person personally, but even if you go through your social media, you promote degeneracy. You're aligned with degeneracy. So that makes you, unfortunately,
I mean, it's a type of hard line.
You're literally against and attacking my core value system. So we can't align because we can't come together and promote the same thing. It's just the truth. Not saying you can't vote for Trump and I can't vote for Trump.
All right, let's go to Tiffany's been trying to weigh in for a second. JC, real fast. JC and Bryson, real fast. Let me let Tiffany weigh in. You guys, JC.
One second.
Okay.
Going back to what I said before, I come from a very strong Catholic household, and I come from a very like conservative and straight parents, and I still have my views, and I came out this way. Why do you think that maybe okay you have a family and I don't know if you have children or you will have in the future? Why do you think that my existence is gonna like influence your livelihood or your family? Where I come from, I live in Cuba, right? And homosexuality, communism does play around. Communists don't like homosexuals, like And I wasn't raised I didn't even meet any gay people around me when I was a child. Never. I didn't even see a gay people. I didn't see a gay show. Nothing. And I'm still gay. So why do you think that this influence thing that you're talking about is gonna affect your family? I'm telling you right now, as an experience.
Yay! Fuck, it's done.
In tyranny, literally in the dictatorship, that I was not allowed to see any of that. We only had.
What did you say to me? I didn't hear the thing.
And it was mostly like
Boop.
giving speeches. So
Big boop.
why do you think that someone working out at the gym when you're working out with your son, if you have one, that it's gonna like somehow affect your family? Because I never saw any of these.
Just quickly, I'm gonna Tiffany go just like less than 10.
Oh, you didn't do the thing? Oh, okay, I see how it is. Alright, I'm gonna go change it. I'm sorry. Oh, Pisces.
All right, Bryson. Then we're gonna go 10 seconds. Go, Tiff.
All right, so I'm gonna respond to both. I wanted to ask John something. I just like how Bryson keeps throwing around the word degenerate, yet he has yet to establish.
Damn it, Nate.
LGBT people
Fucking
are
worthless
actually
ass.
degenerate. Like, no, like.
Worthless!
You gave a lot of feels there, a lot of feeling.
You got goddamn mods that don't mod, admins that don't administer. Man.
Currently, gender dysphoria is considered a mental illness in the DSM-5.
Alright, well, it's updated now.
Have it removed. And some argue that leaving it in would actually benefit some ways, but opinions are split on that. Additionally, even though that it's still in the DSM-5, the World Health Organization hasn't considered gender dysphoria to be a mental illness since 2019.
That's because of social pressure.
Okay, yeah, I know facts. So,
facts change for the money, not for anything else.
Regardless, it could be treated, as I meant, like, it could be treated. There's already treatment for trans people that's
Cherry posts some passive-aggressive bullshit shit about if they want to, they'll do it. Oh, so you don't want to cut my hair, so you're not doing it. Alright. You don't want to monitor the stream or chat or help out, and you're not. Cool.
I just think it's funny that you mentioned Ryan.
Well, then don't be surprised that nobody gives a shit.
Someone from the Heritage Foundation who is vehemently
don't die.
anti-LGBT, as if that's
there you go. That's the amount of caring I can do right now.
Studies I am I'm posting a bipartisan. Also, I want to know what political movement and agenda you think LGBT people have, other than trying to establish rights to be on equal terms with everyone else and just live happy lives, because that's all we want.
I would counter that question with what rights don't they currently have, and as far as where I'm deriving my material from, you haven't read the book, you haven't looked through the bibliography, you just Googled, you just Googled his, I believe that, but you just Googled his name and saw that he's affiliated with the Heritage Foundation, and so to dismiss that just because of his affiliation would be fallacious.
No, it just tells a lot about a person of who they work for and what their books are titled and written. So I'm not worried about that.
Hey, judging a book by its cover. Isn't that exactly what they're telling us not to do?
Not reliable.
How are we supposed to live by standards that you don't maintain, but you're insisting that we do?
Homosexuality would, I think, be the ultimate.
What do you mean state enforce homosexuality? No one's trying to turn you into a homosexual.
Right, but it's getting to a point where if you don't agree, or I'm sorry, if a child expresses that they are not binary, or they are not the gender that they were assigned at birth as the language, it's going to get to a point like it has in many Western countries where the state will step in, consider that to be child abuse, and remove the child from the parent's household.
Just happened in Canada, actually.
I think it should. Penis. Not the other way around.
I think it was, I might be wrong, but I think it was either his daughter, I think that was identifying as a man, and then he wouldn't accept the new trans identity, and then the state sort of barred his ability to have custody of his own daughter. I know that hasn't gotten there in the United States yet, that I know of, but I know in Canada... Which
those motherfuckers gonna get shot around here trying to take somebody's kids away.
I would say, you know, there in Australia, I think people are pretty passé on politics. They have moved in that direction. And so then kind of going to you, Tiffany, like, do you feel that is... Like, where do we draw the line? This is what I end on the last question then. You know, where do we draw the line on the sexual liberation movement? Is that going too far to where the state can remove a father from custody of their child based on the fact that he doesn't accept their sexual identity? Where do we draw the line? And we'll start with Tiffany. This is our last question, so please get everything you want to say out in this question.
If it's just
why does he keep on going with Tiffany first?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the data. I think that's a bit too far.
I feel like because she's feminine appearing, that, you know,
I'm not comfortable saying,
I don't know, it feels like she keeps on hijacking the conversation. There's some people that we barely heard a damn word out of.
Son or whatever they identify as, but I still need to read the data.
I feel like it's discrimination, man.
Young kids expressing their gender identity, you know, it's not like they're being forced to like transition or anything. A lot of kids will show signs that they could be trans, and if parents notice them, they usually take them to a professional, and that professional over
I showed signs of becoming a fucking ninja.
A year or two will determine if that
they didn't fucking fly my ass out to Japan and start fucking them, give me shurikens and shit. Oh, our son's trans ninja.
They can just stop the walkers and they'll go through their natural puberty as opposed to starting them on hormones. But that's when they're like older. We're not talking like 7, 8, 9-year-olds. This is like, it's not like they're just giving sex changes to kids or anything. So
they kind of are.
They should be stripped away, but I do think that if you're a good parent and you're not a bigot, and your kids do show signs, maybe bring them to a professional, and who knows, maybe they're just going through a thing. I know that there are plenty of young boys who boy dresses, and it's nothing to do with like their gender. They just really like to do it, or they'll play with like G.I. Joes and Barbies, that kind of thing. So it could just be nothing. You don't know. I don't think
I love the way she has got the reappearing, disappearing Australian / British
I
accent.
was thinking that state enforced homosexuality.
It randomly disappears while she's talking and then comes back on certain specific words. Ah, gotta love it. You can't even keep with one accent, lady. Lady, man, guy. That's hate speech. Okay.
Is like we draw the line where it's the state getting involved, but when it goes in just
oh man, Cricket, you called it. Okay.
Then it would be, you would consider that just to be overall a net positive.
I mean, as long as it doesn't, if no one's getting hurt, then yeah.
All right, let's go to Bryson. Last thoughts on this.
If you listen to what Tiffany just said, and you are a Christian or just a normal human being, and it didn't disgust you, then it should. Tiffany literally just said, if you're a good parent, listen to the wording, Tiffany.
Oh, that's where I died because I got greedy.
Fill your kids up with pills and they show signs of being homosexual. That's
very loaded language, not filled up with pills.
Okay, hormone blockers that give them pills. So
God damn, you just whooped my ass.
Then something is wrong. But the problem is we should have drew the line. The problem is we let, like I said in the beginning, we gave the LGBT an inch. And now we're here and we only can blame ourselves because once you allow one type of degeneracy, which is homosexuality, and act like that's normal, then all of this is coming. Next is pedophilia, then maybe bestiality. That's already started, actually. It's called zoophilia or something like that. And that's...
No, don't talk over him. Nobody fucking interrupted your cunt ass.
So if you, like I said, if you listen to that,
sorry.
Christian, I blame
I'm trying to maintain a fair debate. Oh, dude, imagine if I was a fucking moderator of a debate and they started, shut the fuck up or I'll kill both of you. They're like,
but one thing that trans people do a lot is kill themselves. So they already
I'm not Switzerland, but man, I'll try.
By giving them all these pills and things like that. So if you listen to this, you think any of this is okay as a Christian, I'm questioning you and you need to look into the mirror.
Elijah, can I respond real quick? I don't know, Bryson was gish galloping a lot there. I can't remember even the first topic because he was gish galloping so much. But I will address the trans suicide thing. There are stats, and I do have data for this, which I will gladly link to you.
Gladly?
Let me find it real quick. Sorry, give me a second.
Oh my god, you are a fucking entitled piece of shit. Oh.
Because they are trans. Trans people are often shunned by their parents, which is one of the worst emotional betrayals anyone can experience.
JC is back.
Okay.
Sorry, highlights on the internet.
With parental support, the rate at which trans people attempt suicide is cut down to 1/15 out of like 40%. 1/15.
Which is still above average.
Which is still above average, way above average.
Wait, 1/15 out of 40%? 1/15.
Yeah, that's still above it. The baseline suicide rate is, I think, 0.5%.
Yeah, but no, that's just with parental support. This is not including
which other factors? Because I do know that there was data.
It's not addressing transphobia in society. It's just parental support.
Can we please go to JC?
All right,
and I have sources for this if you want to see them.
Yes,
it turns out being put in circumstances, which a lot of trans people are currently in, will increase your suicide rate.
Okay, so let's jump to JC then. JC, where do we draw the line with the sexual liberation movement? Just remind me, because we lost you there for a second. I'm glad. I thought you actually exited out or something from the conversation. But where do we draw the line? Where do we stop where this sexual liberation movement becomes toxic? Where do we stop this?
About 10 years ago.
Alright, so I keep my centrist position on this debate. The first thing I want to say, but I think these are conclusions, right? The first thing I want to say is that there is a new wave of young Republicans and socialists coming these last years. So I feel like it would be so good for our country if we could actually put all this energy against like all the communism and socialism taking over the United States. Because you know what? Like, what are we gonna do if they actually take over the United States? Where are we gonna escape to? Because I already escaped to the United States. What am I gonna escape to? And you're wondering, why are you talking about that when we're talking about like, all this sexual thing? And it's just because I just don't see really the point and the point of being all this hate, I'm gonna call it hate, or like probably I don't know, discrimination too a little bit about like people who are just think different than you and stuff like that. First of all, we know Canada, whatever is going on in Canada is kind of like a lost case. In the United States, I completely stand for the freedom of speech, even on social media too. Everyone should have their right to say whatever they want, even if it offends me, or even if I offend someone, I should also have the right to say whatever I want. And I just think that we could just be a little bit more united and honestly defend the interests of this country and this nation and what we're gonna be from now on. And honestly, dude, yeah, like I said, I stand for freedom of speech, and if something bothers some people or whatever, it's just, I mean, it is what it is. Freedom of speech is always gonna be there. I'm always gonna be anti-communist, anti-socialist, and I'm always gonna be like understanding of religion, of big religious people, even though like some of them don't understand me. And to finish this on a good term, I'm actually very happy to say that this year showed that the majority of Republicans support gays.
Oh, he said Republicans. I love it. I love it.
Something that is just gonna keep going better, whether you like it or not. Great, and this message for Gray, even though like you are a religious person, I really hope you find God one time in your life or something, and gives you the opportunity to see the good on other people's, and not only receive the bad energy that you receive from so much.
Don't bring up my guy, bro.
This is just the view of getting right now, and you know, and lets you like, I don't know, be more open-minded and be just more happy with yourself. That's all I have to say. I'm not thinking, I don't know.
I remember what I'm gonna say to Bryson.
It would you the best.
Don't bring up
I'm
the
just talking as a religious person.
I remember what I said to Bryson.
Oh yeah.
All right. 10 seconds. All right.
Don't be impressed, right?
Guys, I gotta wrap this up. You're gonna have to tell him later. John, I gotta give you the closing thought. Where do we draw the line? I'm sorry, guys. We're running over on time. I need to hear you.
I think that there's a reason that trans people are disproportionately represented with substance abuse, with depression, with adjacent mental illness, with suicide attempt rates, and it's not because they're bullied. And this can be most clearly reflected through two things. Right. This can be most clearly reflected through two things, one of which being that if you look at the propensity of people who are being bullied just generally, their suicide rate is much lower proportionately than that of trans people. Right, and the difference for that would probably be that they are suffering from adjacent mental illnesses. And the same thing with people.
It's solidarity.
Tiffany, can we not cut him off? Let's let him speak.
So there was data that also showed that trans people who say that being trans has had no negative impact on their quality of life, their baseline suicide attempt rate is still 33%, which is disproportionately higher than the average population. So there's that.
And that's a really high suicide rate.
I don't remember exactly what this
probably because of the cereal.
I want to respond to what the guy said, because he was talking about our purpose as a nation being that we need to be against the communists and be against the socialists, and that's all good, but as a nation, very few nations throughout history have survived and propagated and maintained prosperity by being against something. We need a purpose, and we need to be for something. We need to have an actual idea of what our imperative is in the 21st century, and right now we don't have that. We're basically doing whatever we want and thinking that our unified purpose can be that we have nothing in common except that we're all consumers in this grand shopping mall that we have. And I don't think that that's sustainable, and I think that we're witnessing the deterioration resultantly.
I mean, awesome.
No, that was from the Williams Institute at UCLA.
Right.
You should read it, though.
All right, let me
I actually just posted the Williams Institute.
I'm gonna cut you guys all off here because we can say a lot of stuff on this, and I'm really excited to get this out tomorrow when it comes out. But honestly, thank you guys so much for coming on. Honestly, Tiffany, JC, Bryson, John, I know you guys have a lot more you guys could have shared, but this is the kind of conversations we need to keep having. And I realize, and I call this conservative TMZ because I think we're past the point of having fully constructive conversations in society. I think whenever sides come together, it's a little bit of drama, but it's a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much again for watching this episode of Slightly Offensive, the Best Worst Show on Blaze TV. Please remember to follow all of these amazing guests below. All their social media, wherever they want to be found, will be below, link below. Also remember, this is a podcast, and we really appreciate you leaving a 5-star review. We're going to continue to try to make this a more regular thing. Go right now to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and leave us a review. Let us know who you think, did better in this conversation. Let us know who you think could have done better. Let us know your opinions and your thoughts. And please, if you supported any of these people, support them again at their social media. My name is Elijah Schaefer. Again, I'm the top 17 host of this amazing show. Support us at blazetv.com/Elijah, as always, to fight censorship and continue to keep conversations like this alive. May God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.
Oh no. Oh no, who knows what's coming up next?
This episode of Revisited, we're taking a look back at Spielberg's 1998 World War II.
Oh, no. Stop it.
One of the most realistic
I'm dead.
films to ever be made about that conflict. Screenwriter Robert Rodat drawn inspiration from two sources when he came up with
Wow. 21 KOs and I just took second place. Oh, fuck you, ding dong. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick break. Fuck this shit. Since it's just you and me, Nate, probably.
Men on a mission story. But in this one, the mission would be to save one man, the last remaining brother from a family that lost several sons in the war.
Okay. Well, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, you heard me. Said I'd be right back.
Front door open. Front door open.
Good day to you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Fuck. Fuck! I swear I had this one, but, you know, I didn't get to 100% badges till the end. Congratulations. Sentence long ding dong. That guy can go fuck himself. Second fucking place. Fuck you. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, my back is not happy with me right now. Most likely because I'm fat. Oh. You don't know how important your back is till you can't use it properly anymore. And then, I don't know. I don't know what's next. Maybe I'll go to Disneyland. Hi, Mom! Although I don't know how much fun I'd have in Anaheim. Ah, I surprised even myself. I thought I was going to do T-spin for sure. But I didn't. Keep them guessing, I always say. I don't say that. But if I did, it would be accentuated with a pinus. Uh-huh. Convenient misdrop right at the top of the screen at the end of the match. Isn't that how it always happens? Not always, but like 98 out of 100 times. That's how it happens. It's so rare that I get a legitimate loss that I'm just like, wow, I just had my ass handed to me and... Yeah, hey, what up, attention whore? Oh, hey, buddy. Your people needed you for a long time. Everything okay over there? Or are you just doing a cool cat and then you're gone? Mow. Huh. Good, good. I'm glad everything's okay over there. Oh. You know, we went from a heated debate. I don't even know if you want to call it a debate. It's one trans woman taking over the conversation and interrupting everybody because, you know, they're the only protected class in the group. Hell, their word was so important that she could even talk over the black guy with no consequences or repercussions. Must be nice to have so much, yes, to have so many victimhood points that you can talk over anyone and everyone and they just give you the fucking floor. But she would not concede to anybody, and she said she wouldn't do ad hominem attacks, but she was doing it throughout the whole debate, big air quotes. It's cool. It's cool. Please tell me more about how you're a victim. And people actually hit her with actual facts and stats, and she was like, oh, where'd you get that from? What study? Blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, this is like CDC level shit. It's not like it's unknown. But anyways, how you doing today, buddy? A bit sleepy? You should probably just have yourself a nap. Treat yourself. Unless you're at school or work, then don't treat yourself. But then treat yourself anyways. You know, in Japan, there's a word for it. I believe it's inemuri, where falling asleep at your desk is okay because you've worked so hard that you need a break to maintain high levels of productivity. We should have that in this country, especially since we don't give out vacations. We should allow for, like, brief naps at your desk. Like, it should become more socially acceptable. It's like you're supposed to work yourself ragged like a fucking dog and smile while doing it. And then on top of that, barely get shit for fucking pay that it's like, dude, this doesn't even pay for my gas to get here. But you guys expect me to freaking jump through all these flaming fucking hoops of bullshit. At least let me take a nap at my desk. Like, seriously, there's so many shitty jobs I'd still be working at today. If they would have just said, hey, you're doing a great job. That's it. That would have kept me there for at least another month or two. Like, they told me I was doing a great job. Not a good enough job to get a pay raise, of course, but, you know, hey, they told me I was doing a great job. And they know for a fact that most people quit their jobs not because of the low pay, not because, you know, the main reason most people quit their jobs is because of poor management. Just bad leadership in general. we go again with the fucking misdrop horse shit. No, it's cool. It's cool, guy. No, it's totally fine. I don't need pieces to work with me or anything. What the fuck? Oh. Go fuck yourself, game. So, whatever it is, I'm able to get wins more regular. Actually, this is more than 10 losses in a row here. We want to pull up my stats. This is the worst it's ever been. I know we all have our off days, but it's not me. It's this fuck-ass game. But it's okay. Fuck-ass game. You hate it so much, why do you keep playing it? I don't know. Why is the sky fucking blue? Why are we continuously agreeing to fucking nonsense, even though at our core we don't fucking believe it? I don't know. I don't know. We don't want to be ostracized and canceled from the herd. Heaven forbid we lose our time on Facebook to post pictures and videos of fucking dogs and kittens doing shit because we said no to nonsense. Don't do that. Don't say no to nonsense. How dare you freaking have to speak truth. Get the fuck out of here with that truth shit. That's what's causing people to kill themselves, not their mental illness. Truth. Cut it out. Why? Why does this happen? I don't remember doing that, but okay. The piece slid funny, and I was just like, fuck it. We're just going to put it here. It's fine. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Convenient misdrop. Congratulations. Congratulations. How do you guys keep on doing it? Where do I get the misdrop fucking combo? Seriously. Somebody please fucking tell me, because I'll do that every goddamn time. Are you fucking serious? The longer I stream, the less people watch. It's fucking amazing. I mean, you'd think my name was Alex Jones talking about the gay frogs. Oh, but I'm not. I'm not. Oh, God, I'm so fucking frustrated with this piece of shit game. Like, seriously, I was playing just fine. Now, out of nowhere, fucking misdrop followed by the immediate spike. How? Okay, so let's just say for argument's sake that there are no fucking hackers in this game. There are no network manipulators, nothing. How do you make somebody's screen lag to where a piece doesn't go like that? How does that happen? It conveniently lines up for everybody else except for me. Fuck yourself, game. Seriously. Oh, you got the piece you needed? You're scared? Don't be scared. Don't be scared that this game is a total bag of shit. And hobo dicks. And shitty hobo dicks. Oh. Alright, so I switched over to Invictus. I mean, I just took, what, 70-something or whatever? That's great. Don't be scared. Oh. Ah, la 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 la. There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. There's a fine line between me being calm and me raging out. Oh, do you? Okay. My neighbor likes mint. Oh no. What the shit dickin' Christ is that shit? No, seriously. Asking for a friend. Not sure why the hold queue is just not working today, but okay. We'll just assume I did that. I just need some more phenobarbital in my life. What? I don't know. I don't even know what that shit does. I don't think you can get high off of it. Maybe. Or you want me to do a backflip? I mean, not with my back, but... Oh, God. I actually kind of cringe at the thought of doing a backflip. Even a successful one, I'd just be out. Like, oh, Lord, my back is not designed to go that way. But thanks for the suggestion. Oh, Jesus. Really? Okay. Oh, how very interesting. You know, fuck it, go ahead. Go ahead. You're clearly on whatever note you want to fucking be on. You really think I did? You know, fuck it, I'm taking a quick break. This is fucking trash, dude. Everything's going buttery smooth out of nowhere. And fucking straight up having a goddamn stroke and shit. I'm having a shit fit over this shit. Man, fuck you. Fucking game. God damn it, I can't even articulate. Fuck you. Fuck, I'm frustrated. This is some bullshit. And I hope you guys' day is going better than my gameplay. But I mean, if you think I did that shit, you can fuck right off. You know I didn't do that shit. Here, Bulbasaur, you fucking protect the controller. Exactly. Do you really think I did that shit? I mean, if you do, then, you know, I don't have kind words for you. I gotta find my other fucking missile for my Blastoise. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Breathe, Psycho. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Is that the face you're making? Wide eyes, tiny mouth. Oh, so you do think I did that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I think I've lost every match today. Hour and a half of straight losing. It's fine. It's fine.
Front door open.
I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, penis waffles. Oh! What'd I do? Are you hugging my name? Your penis. Medcorp. I'm sorry. Oh, what? Okay. There you go, Bulba. Oh. Hoja. Is my who? My PFP? What are you talking about? What's a PFP? I'm old. You're gonna have to do a thing. Explain something. Profile pic? No, my profile pic is not me. On what? What? Deadpool Pikachu? Maybe the attitude. I'm cuddly, but I'm also deadly. So, Attention Seeker, have you... Oh, I'm on YouTube now, by the way. If you miss my, If you missed my stream, you can catch it on YouTube. Or you can watch me on YouTube as well. I stream on YouTube and Twitch now. Because, you know, fancy. I don't know why. I mean, it's just you watching. But, you know, you're worth it. I know, right? It used to be separated by game category and so on and so forth, but I haven't kept up with it, so there's just a couple weeks worth of fucking bullshit. So my streams have been going from an hour and a half to 3 hours, but lately it's been closer to 2 hours than anything else because I'm just like, I'm burnt out. I'm not feeling it. And like I said, I've been doing this for like 5 years. I've been monetized for 3, and it's just like, why? I can say that I'm getting paid to play video games, but I'm also I'm blocked in South Korea and Japan. Click on the things. I'm sure you have enough points to redeem like sound effects and shit like that. You know, my buddy Nate, is Dad Bod Medic Nate, who said hi earlier. He's actually helped make a lot of this reality. We've added a lot of production value to the stream that nobody watches, including my mods and admins. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need support. Shit, and now I'm blocking Asia again. Nice. I know, right? Isn't that awesome? Because that's copyrighted shit right there. They're like, oh, copyright! Japan is a very litigious nation. They're made of rules and rice. They're like, oh, you spent thousands of dollars supporting our anime and stuff? Oh, you're showing love to our anime. Well, you didn't get our permission to show love to them, so... Copyright strike! Like, oh shit. Hi. Okay. Ah, no. Okay. Well, you know, is it almost 2 straight hours of losing? I don't think I got much more left in me. Running out of steam, if I had any to begin with. Oh, to be fair, that first half hour was me playing Marathon. 999 lines mode, because they were like, clear 100 lines in 999 mode. How about beat 999 mode? How about beat it under 45 minutes? I don't know. Give me an actual challenge. Well, 45. I'm saying 45 for the layman's. There are people beating me that can't beat 999 line mode, but, you know, I pretty much fall asleep doing that shit. But, you know, this game is fair and balanced. For people that know the baby dick nerd mechanics of it. Good for them. Wow. Usually my Friday night streams are my worst ones, but this Monday morning one is definitely up there. I mean, I'd rather have one person that interacts and chats than have dozens of lurkers. What? You're not a chimpanzee. I would like the proportionate strength of a chimpanzee. I think they can lift. How much is it? I think they're like 7 times stronger than we are. They can easily hoist up like close to double their body weight, if not more. Like no effort. I would like to have that ability. 2-3 times my body weight, just fucking flinging 1,000 pounds up in the air like nothing. That'd be sweet. Their fast twitch muscles are unfucking believable. Their slow twitch, aka the endurance muscles, they're not so much, but their fast twitch, their burst power, fucking phenomenal. Eee! Well, that's loss number 528 today. Fuck. It'd be neat to be able to switch between animals and still maintain your mental facilities while occupying said body, just to see what you can get away with. Okay, sure, I put that there. You believe that? You close your eyes. I push my fingers into my... Oh, wrong song. It could be the right song, depending on who you are, I suppose. Appreciate your support, brother. Oh, man. Oh, no, I was getting ready to fucking spank you, son. What the fuck? This is way fucking overdue. It took me just over 2.5 hours to get my first fucking win. Fuck every single one of you making me fight that fucking hard for a bullshit ass win. You guys suck. 399 lines. So fucking overdue. I'm just so mad. This entire day's been absolute shit. I've not had one single legit loss today. I've lost a lot, but none of them were my fucking fault. Like, seriously, just a legit spike me out, boom, I'm done. No. There has to be a misdrop right before that, followed by the immediate friggin' damn garbage. And even that's not enough to get me out. The computer just randomly decides, you know what? It's too high. You couldn't possibly fucking move a piece up there. I can, but you won't let me. Sometimes it does let me, and it's just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But today, not at all. There's just like, oh, well, it's 2 lines from the top of the screen. You couldn't possibly get a piece anywhere there, so it's done. It's done, son. That pancake's done. Thanks for slogging through that series of fucking losses with me. I appreciate it. Wow. That was dicks. Cool. 1 win. That's all I get today. Oh, I'd rather do work than do this. I understand that I volunteered to do this because, you know, it's like this is what I do. But, man, son of a dick. Everybody's all patting their belly like, oh my god, how many months? And then nobody freaking damn cuffs my nuts and say, hey, you contributed. Nothing. Please tell me more about the patriarchy. Does anybody have their grandfather living in the house calling the shots? Because that's what a true patriarchy is. Are there dowries? Please let me know. Well, that was fun. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. What the hell? I got no explanation. Everything, all the damage I put out is immediately deflected back to me because, you know, this game's slow as fuck. Now, I know the question may arise, well, if this game is so slow, how the hell can people, you know, return all the stuff you've got? Well, you know, and why can't you defend? Because I don't defend. I attack, I attack, I attack. And this game was made for the targeter, the defender, the staller. Not for the stupid offense constantly guy. Because it slows me down. Like a combo that would normally take me about 2-3 seconds takes me about 5 to 6 seconds in this game. And I know you're like, well, that's a short amount of time still. It's fucking forever in this game. And then, I don't know. No and then? I don't know. Is that what you guys wanted to hear? No and then? Seems like there's no and then for me today. I should have quit like an hour ago. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I had to stare at it for a second because I was just like, well, I've got back-to-back pieces I can't use, so I can't put it in the hold queue because there'll be another one just like it right behind it. So what do? Fuck it. We'll just put it here. Well, fuck it. We'll do it live. And that's what I did there. Well, I explained what I did there. Very good. Oh, they're nice. I'd like to believe that everything else I do is relatively self-explanatory, but it might not be. I messed up there. That's what that was. So if I did anything cool or fancy, that's nah. That's the piece I was waiting for. Oh, why'd you slide over, you son of a fuck? Oh my god, here we go. Cool. I love having these gaps in my fucking puzzle. That's nice. Well, I did have a buttery sweet friggin' teaspoon set up over there, but I had to nix it because, well, bag of dicks. That was to the point where I'm like, I'm not sacrificing another teaspoon for shit. And, well, I got my second win in a series of bullshit-ass losses. Alright, cool. Poor daddy. I bet you he thought he was gonna win. 19 KOs. Fuck. I'll do better. Don't stick me back in the no-no box again. It's scary in there. Ah, Japan and its litigious nature. Hey, Utah, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to my AM stream of just losing and cussing. Oh, what the ass. Really? For real? Is that a mission I've completed already? I'm assuming that's hardline. Oh, does it cost money? Because if it costs money, I'm probably not interested. Because the way I look at it is, if I'm going to pay money for a game, it better be phenomenal. And it needs to be up my... it needs to be somewhat in my wheelhouse. Roger Wilco, stay on for a while because I'm about to pull the plug on my stream. We'll give you a little raid. All two of us, maybe. Oh, nice. I did that. That was a smooth plug there for your channel. Like, hey, just check out my gameplay. Like, yeah, okay. It can be. Today, particularly. Oh. Suck a bag of dicks. I fucking win. Alright, I think I'm gonna quit on that. I've had so many fucking losses today, dude. I'm surprised I didn't full on stop. Like, I did have an outburst, but 14 KOs, that's below average for me, but it's penises. Oh my god, you're so fucking young. I'm not adopting you because I'm poor. I can't afford to feed you. But, you know, I can give you advice if you need any. Like, how to do man shit. Like, cutting down a tree or changing out your oil. Shit like that. I can learn you how to do that. Even just because I can't grow a beard doesn't mean I can't do man shit. I'm just saying. Sure, it's cool to tune into YouTube, but, you know, that's pre-recorded shit. And it's for everybody, you know, but... I mean, I'm not saying I know how to do all the man shit, but you know. No, we got to raid Utah. We gonna raid Utah. Can I do a raid from my damn phone? I wonder. Ooh. Raid. Does that work? Can I do it? What's a raid? I don't think that worked. Raid? Okay. No, a raid is where you take the people that are watching you and or hosting you, and with their permission, if they hit OK to raid, and then they go to your channel or whatever channel they put in. All right, let's see here. Listen here, fuckface. Okay, that didn't work. Why the hell? Where's my shit? Didn't I? Okay. Is it not raiding? Come on. Raid, motherfucker. Ugh. I know I clicked on you. Stop being a dickhead. On my account, Galaxy Mew, Molsky. Where the fuck are you? What game did you say you were playing? What? Oh god, there it goes. What the fuck? Are you not raiding? Ah, oh, son of a bitch. Oh fuck. Well, it fucked up. I don't even know if you can hear me anymore. Fuck.